And then the moment of grace comes. And he says this so simply you could go right by it when you read his account in the autobiography. So he's described this succession of such diverse thoughts, intense thoughts with energy of pursuing the worldly project, intense thoughts with energy and enthusiasm of pursuing the holy project, living like the saints. Until he says, one time his eyes were opened a little. And this is the beginning of everything. And it says from the outset why this teaching of discernment can be so transforming. Now his eyes are opened a little. What is it that he sees? Something's been going on in his thoughts and the relative stirrings of his heart. And these have been going on for weeks, months, but he hasn't even noticed it, hasn't even been aware of it. And then this day, by God's grace, his eyes are opened a little, and for the first time, he sees a pattern in the stirrings of his heart relative to thoughts about living in the worldly way or the holy way. And what he says is this: when he's thinking about living in the worldly way, pursuing the unattainable woman, there's a kind of delight and energy and enthusiasm. But when after a few hours he goes on with the day, he notices that his heart remains, he says, dry and discontented, not nourished, too superficial, something missing, unable to find peace. When he's been thinking about the holy project, living like the saints, his heart is consoled, he says. Here too, there's energy and enthusiasm and uplift of heart. But when, after a few hours, he goes on with the day, his heart remains content and happy. Something feels right, is nourished, is in a good place. There's something uplifting and happy in his heart. And this has been going on day after day, week after week, month after month, and he hasn't even noticed it. Until one time, by God's grace, his eyes are opened a little and he becomes aware of it. And this is the beginning of a new life for him, as it can be for us.